we've been so busy lately. I feel like we've had so much to do between kids going back to school, everyone getting sick, Liam's second birthday party. It's been a crazy fall. But we are back and we're here, and we would like to talk about Elon's latest announcement.
Autopilot 2.0 is out and available, at least hardware is. And Kim was kind of excited about that and almost disappointed about not being
really
in on it.
Check this out. The road is dancing right now. What is that about?
There's a curve in front of us and the lane runs out, so the sensors are trying to pick up which way it's actually going, but it really isn't going in any which way. It just ends. That's why Autopilot 2.0.
Yes, to lead us into the next level of autopilot, which honestly I'm a little bummed about that our car doesn't have it.
I don't know.
But you have a different perspective.
I do. There's a lot of talk, people saying, oh my goodness, the value of, the current S's and X's that don't have 2.0 autopilot on it is dropping sharply, and the value only drops if you're planning on selling it anytime soon, so that's that. But these cars will be the first ones on the used market 3, 4, 5 years from now, whenever the initial owners put them out there, and a lot of people want to get them and want to get them at a reduced price, and that'll never change. These will be the first ones available on that market, so there'll be demand for that. But with 2.0, you're not even getting the full, you're getting the hardware, you're going from 1 camera to 4 cameras, so it's basically ironing out the autopilot experience once it becomes available somewhere after December, so you won't even initially have it, but it'll improve the experience, and there'll be more sensors, seeing twice as far more computing power. But the additional cameras and sensors that'll give you full autonomy potentially 4, 5, 6 years down the line, you're not going to have those for that many years. So you're just going to be gathering data for Tesla, and they'll use that to improve everything moving forward. But if I want to get full autonomy, I want full autonomy with that present day's tech in there. So if it's in 2020, I want 2020 cameras and sensors. That's my take.
That does. You do have a good point with that. The thing I was concerned about initially was resale value, and if it would, make our car worth less and depreciate more because we don't have it. But also another factor is that it costs a lot more than what we paid. Yeah,
so we paid $2,500 for autopilot. They then increased the price to $3,000. There goes an S in the background over there. They increased it to $3,000. Now with the enhanced autopilot, it's up to $5,000, and then the self-driving takes you up to $8,000. So it's quadruple the price. Almost quadruple the price. You get a lot more out of it. You can't use most of the equipment that you get out of it. If you're financing, you're paying interest for 4 or 5 years, potentially for the duration of your loan for some people, if that's how you're going about getting it. And just gathering data is what you're doing. Again, you're improving your autopilot experience with the enhanced version with more cameras and sensors, but it's still you driving. So if you want full autonomy, my perspective is enjoy what you have, and in 4, 5, 6, 7 years when we're there, give me a camera that's from the year 2022 and not 2016, and sensors from that same year. I don't know. That's my thinking.
That's a good point. And the other thing to think about is because we were one of the first, people to get this car, we received the active spoiler for free. So maybe there's a reduced,
Yeah, there's a couple things,
we got some perks that would add value.
Yeah, so the active spoiler is only available and has always been on the performance editions. This is just the 90D, and the active spoiler was something that Tesla kind of streamlined production to get the cars out and put it on a handful of cars, literally a few thousand, I think, tops cars that are, not performance, and this is one of them. And the tow package was another thing that we got on this car, even though we didn't pay for it or check it off on the list, because again they were just trying to streamline production. So you get a lot more with this, and then the tax benefit of $7,500 federal, that won't be around forever. So by the time the tech becomes available, that tax benefit, if it's not renewed, will not be there. So we're guaranteed that, and future buyers would not be. So there's a lot of ways to look at it.
So I guess it's safe to say overall the value is still there with our purchase, and we probably won't be losing an extreme amount of value when we go to sell compared to another.
Well, we paid $6,000 less than what autopilot costs now with all the additional self-driving stuff. So yeah, you factoring that in the tax credit, you're not out that much. You just get 4 or 5 years of enjoyment ahead of, you know, the people that'll have full autonomy. So that's my perspective.
And I guess I can go along with that.
You can live with that.
I can live with that as long as we get a new car. 6 years or whenever
yeah,
it's available.
At the rate we're traveling and doing road trips and enjoying this car, at 6 years we're probably going to have well over 100,000 miles. So I think that might be a good time.
We'll get the Model 3, and the Model 3 will hopefully have
we'll have the equipment when it comes. Yeah, so that'll be there. Yeah.
So that's our take. We're getting ready to do some trunk or treat, not to be confused with frunk or treat.
I know, we were thinking about putting our car on the list of doing this little annual trunk or treat they do and do our version of frunk or treat, but we've got baby Liam. Oh yeah, what's that?
What are you, Liam? What is that? Are you a Tesla?
Oh yeah, be careful. Be careful. Oh,
but
good thing we got a 5-star crash rating.
Is.
I know.
I have to get a shot of this. Daddy over here is, oh yeah, charge cord.
Yep. All right,
let's plug you in as if
charger.
you need more energy.
There we go.
All right, and what are you, Landon?
I'm Sonic the Hedgehog.
He insisted on having white gloves, so some medical examination gloves right there.
He's out of batteries. Ready for some supercharging.